Welcome to Cultural Communion. I am your host, Percil-Mercieca. Welcome. I am the founder and Chief Equity Officer at KDPM Equity Institute, COFA AI, and the Success System. My passion is really accelerating leadership through psychological safety and emotional intelligence as a skill set. If I had to simplify it, I would say the thing I'm passionate about the most, especially being home here in my birth country, St. Lucia, I'm very passionate about reflecting the leadership brilliance of my people back to them. And not just of St. Lucia, but across the Caribbean, looking at cultural equity as a leadership practice, but also ensuring that we see each other as thought leaders and we also amplify each other as an everyday practice.
The advice I would give to someone who's not sure how to start with AI is to first of all read as extensively as possible about AI. One, so there's that background of obtaining knowledge about it. Secondly, to actually begin to experiment with some of the more popular AI applications, and to experiment not from the perspective of trying to understand how to use it so that there's not an uncritical adaptation of it, but in fact to use it from a critical perspective so that you seek to discover the faults in AI. In one of my presentations, I spoke about the importance for us in developing countries of developing our own AI bots and train these bots so that the information that we provide must become the single source of truth on which the AI does its artificial intelligence work. If we don't do that, then we just buy into the existing bots which surf the entire universe of the internet. We are likely to get false representations of ourselves, erroneous conclusions. There's a lot of room for error in this.
What I would want people to take away is that in as much as we have significant acceleration of AI development, we also need to ensure that it's human-centered. The focus needs to be on inclusivity, sustainability, and again, human-centered. Given that we recognize the looming threats that are prevalent with AI, but we also see significant opportunity for the Caribbean in particular for economic development of our people. So putting people first and focusing on how we could upskill our citizens to take advantage of such technology is what I would consider.
I think research what you want to do, come to a conclusion as to what you need the tool to do for you, and then research the tools that are available. There are a million AI tools available now, but not all may be in line with what you need exactly. So I'd encourage anybody to figure out what they need the tool to do, figure out the problem, define it as best as possible, then go research the AI that they need to solve the tool, because it's an amazing, amazing set of tools.
The advice I would give to someone who's not too sure about AI is to get to know AI. What I mean by that is find yourself, whether it's through reading, through attending any workshop or seminar where AI is being introduced, or even by finding yourself asking someone else to give you a little more information as it relates to AI. I believe these are the just basic ways, getting to know for yourself, getting some informed decision or information as it relates to the AI and how it will affect you, or what aspect of AI is relevant to what you do, your work, whether you're probably just at home, how AI will impact you, your children, your everyday living.
If I could say anything, I would say start where you are. And what I mean by that is the fact that a lot of times we always depend on other people to or we wait on other people to start processes and do the work to get us from point A to point B. My thing is that I always believe in starting where you are with what you have and then building it up from there. Even though it may not be the best, again, you're working from the limited knowledge that you have, but at least if you start, in the future or later down the line, somebody else does not have to start from scratch because you've already built the foundation. And by combining that process over and over again, that's how you really move a culture. That's how you move a country, in my opinion. So if I had to give any advice, start where you are and do the best you can with what you have.
The panel that I worked on today spoke about the intersection between AI, cultural development, and national development as well. And one of the major takeaways that I really wanted to touch on was the fact that for us to really harness AI, we must create the space by which we are the actual creators and not just the consumers. Because if you do not have a plan or a strategy as a nation or even as an individual as to what you actually want to get out of AI, it no longer becomes your tool, but your master. And that's a very critical point for me in my advocacy, national development and shipping policy. And so I look forward to, after this conference, continuing to advocate, to educate, and to empower.
The key message I would like individuals to know in regards to the conference and regards to AI is that AI is not bad. It can be used for good, but we need to ensure that we allocate and facilitate proper data to the development of AI, and especially to the development of AI in the wider West Indian Caribbean region, in that context, where we do not have individuals that do not have that cultural understanding of for example, our folklore. The reason why we went through so much through slavery, colonization, and emancipation, to know that that data is inherently ours, and we need to show them or teach them how to use that data to make proper models that actually fit our context in the Caribbean as people of different races. I think that is one major takeaway, and understanding that when we teach them or we show them that context, that contextual analysis, that we also own our own data, because that is actually inheriting ours. It's actually I would say our own data DNA, and it actually teaches the rest of the world more about what West Indian people are about than just what you see on the news or what you see on social media.
I would say, we've come a long way. We've come a very, very long way as the human race. And now we are, introduced to AI technology. It is something that we could use to harness our skills, harness our knowledge. And I want for us as human beings to really use it positively. I know at the end of the day, life is about duality, and there's always going to be some cons to it. But I want us to harness it and use it for the betterment of humanity. Right now, we live in a world, we have 3 wars going on in the world. And I think, it's very sad for the times that we're living in for us to be going through this. But I feel like with technology, we can help each other get a better understanding of each other. And I think AI and the data and everything else that comes with technology right now, I want us to use it for a better world, right? Not just for us presently, but for those that are coming after us.